Why did Aemond kiss Alicent? House of the Dragon's most shocking scene explained. Warning: this video contains major spoilers for House of the Dragon Season 3 and George R.R. Martin's world. There have been countless shocking moments in the world of Game of Thrones. The Red Wedding changed television forever. Viserys' death reshaped the future of House Targaryen. Blood and cheese horrified audiences. The Battle of the Gullet raised the stakes of the Dance of the Dragons. Yet one quiet scene in House of the Dragon Season 3 may have shocked viewers more than any brutal battle. During a private conversation inside the Red Keep, Aemond Targaryen suddenly kisses his own mother, Alicent Hightower. The moment lasts only a few seconds, but it completely changes the way many fans view their relationship. Alicent freezes in shock. Aemond behaves as if nothing unusual has happened. Almost immediately, viewers around the world began asking the same question. Why did Aemond kiss Alicent? Was he actually in love with his mother? Was this another example of Targaryen family relationships? Or was something much darker happening beneath the surface? The answer is far more complicated than it first appears. According to actor Ewan Mitchell and showrunner Ryan Condal, this was never intended to be a romantic scene. Instead, it was designed to reveal just how emotionally damaged Aemond has become after years of loneliness, trauma, rejection, and emotional neglect. To understand this moment, we need to look at Aemond's childhood. Unlike many princes, Aemond did not grow up surrounded by warmth and affection. His older brother Aegon constantly mocked him. Other children laughed at him because he did not have a dragon. Even after claiming Vhagar and becoming one of the most powerful dragon riders in history, he paid a terrible price by losing his eye. Instead of receiving the comfort he desperately needed, he grew up inside a family consumed by politics, revenge, and civil war. The one person whose approval mattered most was his mother. Alicent loved her children, but she was also overwhelmed by the responsibilities of the royal court. She spent much of her life trying to protect her family while surviving the dangerous politics of King's Landing. As a result, Aemond never experienced the kind of emotional security that every child needs. As he grew older, he became stronger. He became a brilliant swordsman. He became fearless in battle. He earned the respect of soldiers and the fear of his enemies. But emotionally, many of the wounds from his childhood never healed. That is exactly what this scene is trying to show. During their conversation, Alicent comforts her son. She tells him he is brave. She reminds him of his strength. She encourages him to believe in himself. For most people, these words would simply sound like a mother reassuring her child. For Aemond, however, those emotions become deeply confusing. His understanding of love, approval, intimacy, and affection has become distorted after years of emotional isolation. According to Ewan Mitchell, Aemond mistakes emotional closeness for romantic intimacy because he has never learned the difference in a healthy environment. That detail completely changes the meaning of the scene. This is not a love story. It is the story of a deeply damaged young man who no longer understands healthy emotional boundaries. Ryan Condal has also explained that this moment reflects everything Aemond has experienced throughout his life. He was bullied as a child. He lost his eye at a young age. He learned to hide his emotions behind anger and determination. Even his earliest experiences with intimacy came under unhealthy circumstances. Over time, those experiences blurred the line between affection, comfort, desire, and control. That confusion reaches its breaking point during this conversation with Alicent. There is another important layer to this scene: power. By this stage of the story, Aemond effectively controls the Greens. He rides Vhagar, the largest living dragon. He commands armies. Even those closest to him fear what he might do next. Notice how Alicent reacts after the kiss. She does not shout. She does not strike him. She does not immediately pull away. She simply freezes. Her silence is not acceptance. It is fear. Olivia Cooke has explained that Alicent understands how dangerous Aemond has become, and she knows that confronting him could make the situation even worse. That silence reveals how dramatically their relationship has changed. The frightened child has become the most powerful person in the room. The mother who once protected him is now afraid of the man her son has become. There is also a political reason why this conversation happens. Alicent secretly hopes to persuade Aemond to leave King's Landing. She believes his departure could prevent even more bloodshed during the coming conflict. To convince him, she speaks gently. She appeals to his pride. She praises his courage. She tries to reach him emotionally. Aemond completely misunderstands those emotions. What Alicent intends as comfort, Aemond interprets as intimacy. That misunderstanding leads directly to the kiss. One of the biggest questions fans have asked is whether this moment comes from George R.R. Martin's Fire and Blood. The answer is no. This scene was created specifically for the television series as a way of exploring Aemond's fractured state of mind. That creative decision has divided the audience. Some viewers believe it adds psychological depth to one of the show's most fascinating characters. Others believe it goes much further than the original story ever intended. Regardless of which side you agree with, the scene achieved exactly what it set out to do. People are still discussing it. Looking back, there were earlier hints that Aemond struggled with emotional attachment. In Season 1, he repeatedly visited an older woman at a brothel. Those scenes were never simply about physical intimacy. More than anything, Aemond seemed to be searching for comfort, acceptance, and the affection he never truly received as a child. Seen from that perspective, the kiss with Alicent becomes less about romance and more about emotional confusion. In many ways, this is one of the saddest moments in House of the Dragon. Aemond has become one of the greatest warriors in Westeros. He commands dragons. He inspires fear across the 7 kingdoms. Yet despite all of that power, he remains emotionally broken. He knows how to conquer kingdoms. He does not know how to build healthy relationships. That contradiction is what makes him such a tragic character. So why did Aemond kiss Alicent? It was not because the story was trying to create a romance between mother and son. It happened because years of trauma, loneliness, emotional neglect, and a desperate need for approval distorted Aemond's understanding of love itself. For Alicent, the moment was horrifying. For Aemond, it revealed just how completely his emotional world has fallen apart. What do you think? Did this scene successfully reveal Aemond's psychological scars? Or do you think the writers went too far by creating a moment that never appeared in George R.R. Martin's original story? I would also love to hear your opinion on one more question. Can Aemond still be redeemed, or has his desire for power and his emotional instability pushed him beyond the point of no return? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more House of the Dragon breakdowns, hidden details, character analysis, and Game of Thrones lore. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.